Oh man, so craziness was going on the timeline per usual on Martin Luther King Day. Matter of fact, how was your Martin Luther King Day in Miami, man? It was kind of dark and gloomy. It was an ugly day. I feel sorry for the people that love to go out to the parades and stuff because it just wasn't hitting the same. You know, normally the bike life folks is just tearing up the streets, but they had all the exits blocked off with law enforcement. So I don't know if this year's Martin Luther King Day was hitting the same for everybody, but Miami, it dang sure wasn't the per usual situation. But right now, what's going on online is the daughter of Martin Luther King is going viral for standing on business because people are always playing with the image of her father, you feel me? Usually we see crazy club flyers and things of that sort. But Sexyy Red, being a person who plays into internet memes and things of that sort, she reposted this on her page and that caught the attention of Bernice King. So Miss King responded to Sexyy Red saying this is intentionally distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family and my father, who is not here to respond himself because he was assassinated for working for your civil human rights to end war and poverty. So when people caught wind of that, they started to pile on Sexyy Red, but Miss Bernice King was like, hold on now, please don't project your thoughts onto me. I don't believe Sexyy Red to be a degenerate, ghetto, or trash. I have spoken out in the past about the use of and comparison to either of my parents to denigrate other people, all right? I just don't understand this type of use of my father's image on MLK Day, no less, in a way that does not convey what we know to be true about his service and sacrifice. Even if you disagree with him or his tactics, or even believe things said about him by people who hated him, why do this? Now, Sexyy Red responded and people were very, very surprised and happy with the response. So she says, you ain't wrong. Never meant to disrespect your family. My apologies. I just reposted something I saw and that I thought was innocent. Prayer hands emojis or please believe me, I'm sorry type shit. And she did delete the post. As you see, it says this post is unavailable, all right? Miss King responds saying, thank you for your apology, which I sincerely accept. Please know that it was not my intention that you be denigrated. I value you as a human being. I hope you understand my concerns about the image. I know that my father has become a bit of a caricature to the world and that his image is often used with no regard to his family, his sacrificial work, or to the tragic, unjust way in which he died. A state-sanctioned assassination. Unfortunately, I regularly challenge the disregard. I earnestly wish that people would imagine what it would feel like to see their deceased, murdered father repurposed for party flyers, unjust legislation, etc. All the best to you, young lady. All right. Wholesome response, wholesome interaction. But let's see some reactions to the situation though. Homie says, of course she apologized because Sexyy Red is a real one. She genuinely didn't mean any harm by posting this, so it's no cost to her at all to apologize to Bernice, especially because it's fair that she feels a way about her father's likeness being played with. I love seeing black women disagree and fix an issue without any teeth pulling or blood spilling. Same. This lady said this is well played on both ends. All right. Homie says she a part of us 90 babies who respect our elders. Facts though. This lady says, I don't know why y'all keep saying she did the most. That's her daddy. She can stand on whoever about him. No cursing, no disrespect, no yelling. I'm taking notes. Okay. This lady says right here, I like that she apologized because if you really had no ill intent, there's no harm in apologizing. This person says some of y'all saying that Bernice was doing too much need to get a grip. And a lot more praise in the comment section from Sexyy Red apologizing, simply resolving the situation with Miss King and her response as well. But comedian Karlous Miller decided to go ahead and do this right here on Twitter. In a post that has since been deleted, he says this right here, don't let Bernice King see this one. And this is him with Martin Luther King posted up. It's like them, like, you know, cooling at a function, you feel me? His arms wrapped around him like this my boy type shit. So people got on that boy heads and things like this right here. You're a 41-year-old joke deficient comedian, and the peak of your relevance today is making memes about one of our greatest heroes, after his daughter has already shared the heavy grief she carries about this. Imagine hitting middle age and still not outgrowing being the lane. This person says, this is the ultimate disrespect because she literally just had this conversation. Dude says, glad Karlous Miller getting cut for that dumb ish. None of his industry friends co-signing that. They know better. Homie says, LOL, Bernice King finally spoke up about the wild edits of her father throughout the years and y'all telling her to lighten up. This is a prime example of why black people can't progress further. And Miss Paris says, Karlous 41 from Mississippi. If anybody knows better, he knew better. It wasn't funny, it was lame. Martin Luther King Jr. shouldn't be disrespected. Everybody knows people do not like their parents played with dead or alive. Some things are unnecessary, okay. Before deleting the tweets, he responded to people saying shit like this. On site, nigga, he says, I'm terrified. The rich CEO, who gonna run the company? Alright, this person says, I don't F with Karlous no more. He took it too far this time. Karlous responded saying, me either. I unfollowed him years ago. This person says, Karlous is too old to be so ignorant. He says, I hope this helps. And after this person says, why do comedians think they're excluded from going too far? Los responded saying, when was the last time you saw a comedian offended by some shit? Alright, man, I think sometimes, like, I don't feel no type of ways about comedians making jokes, but there is some things you just leave alone because it's low-hanging fruit. But in some comedians' minds, it's a challenge for them to try to find a way to make a joke out of anything. That joke just wasn't funny. It just wasn't funny to me. That's my thing. Like, be funny at least, and if you funny enough, the people are gonna stand up for you to go ahead and, you know, defend your joke. More than likely because the joke probably presented a nuanced opinion or perspective. But this one was just like, you know, nanny boo boo type shit. Like, you know, it wasn't even like a witty joke to be even made. So nobody gonna defend this. It's like, what's the purpose, you know? But hey, man, what y'all think about this whole thing, this interaction, Sexyy Red's interaction, as well as Karlous Miller jumping in to go ahead and say what he had to say to make a joke out of the situation? Let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. Me, I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.